My name is Benny Cassette, and you're watching the Buzz Artist Spotlight.
Bullets and bombs run through the skies and trees, but still we are wild and free. Life's too short for enemies. All of that hate shit is so obsolete. Have some diamonds and wine on me. Life's too short for enemies. We're all slaves and sinners, turned Isis and Horus, dancing with a goddess whose flesh is gorgeous, shining underneath the constellation of Taurus. Walk on this earth, but our souls are in orbit. Don't put a thing.
How I got my start in music is a pretty long journey, but the short answer is basically, as a kid I was getting in a lot of trouble, and I got involved with a youth performance group to try to keep me from acting up as much as I was. And in that youth performance group I became the rapper music guy, and I was horrible, but I was in this group long enough where I finally got okay at it, and then eventually I got addicted to performing and hooked on being in front of people, and that sort of was my entree into doing music. I have an artist project coming out. The first song will be out in the next 3 weeks, I believe. And aside from that, I also love writing and producing. So, you know, always working on Kanye stuff and John Legend right now, and just working with Banks and Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean. So the Van Perry album, which is my first country project, which is exciting because, you know, everybody wants to go to Nashville. So I'm just having fun, man. I'm having fun working with anything that like pushes me and makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm all about doing. I really just started completely as an artist, and I only started producing because people were hearing my artist stuff and they were asking me, you know, can you make something for me? And then I quickly realized that, as you know, as a producer, you can make a good amount of money. So for me, the prerequisite has always been I can only work on things that is something I wish was mine. So I've always just wished I could sing like a country artist. I can't, so I like to work with country people. So when I step into that role, in my head, I just try to think about, what is it that I want to hear from this artist or hear from this group as a fan? What would I want to hear as a listener? And then I try to create that with them and go on the journey with them to make music that will excite me. Because I feel like if I get excited by it, then there's got to be at least a few thousand other people that will be excited by it. This year, once we get the artist stuff out, there's definitely going to be a lot of shows. There's going to be a lot of these type of interviews. I'm excited to share that music with people, and I'm just excited to continue to work with other artists that are going to make me better, that I can learn from. You know, I'm a big believer in surround yourself with people that are better than you at something, so you can continue to grow and get better at what you do.
Gotcha. And how's your relationship with Kanye? How did that come about?
Kanye was basically the first person. You know, when I first got found on the blogs, I was found by an A&R from Universal Publishing, and she in turn introduced me to Ricky, who's Kanye's cousin and does all the A&R at Good. And when I played Ricky my music, you know, he asked me, you know, what I was trying to do and who I was trying to be as an artist and producer. And I said, man, I'm just trying to be on Kanye's level. You know, that's my musical idol and icon. And so Ricky, without telling me, just sent my music to Kanye. And Kanye hit me directly and asked me to come to Paris and wanted to work with me and sign me. And you know, Kanye was the first one that basically gave me the cosign and believed in what I was doing and gave me a shot. And then obviously from there, that has opened up a ton of doors and just made everything move faster, because, you know, he still is the ultimate decider of taste and what's good and what's not good. And I feel like working with him has obviously made me better, and it's just created so many opportunities for me. The great thing about the blogs is obviously my story. Like, you can discover music, people can find you on the blogs. The hard part is, you know, there's not really a filter, so there's so much stuff on the blogs all the time that we've gotten so used to just seeing something 1 second and then it's gone. And so you don't really have time to really digest and really dig into the music. And that's the hard part. You know, people's attention is so quick, so you can work for months on a song, or you could work for, you know, a month on a video, and then it goes up on the blogs, and then in 48 hours it's like it's come and gone. So I think the beauty of it is you can immediately find a fan base, but the hard part is you have to keep content going in order to keep people's attention. And that's the tricky part, I think, as an artist, is just the idea of like, you can never stop. I mean, for me, my two musical idols are John Lennon and Kanye. And so I'm trying to sit right in the middle. I'm trying to make music that's conversational and very personal and speaks to my, you know, experiences, because I feel like in music, that's really what people are wanting to hear right now. They want to connect to the music, they want to hear the story. And then, you know, as far as the production goes, it's just, you know, for me, I grew up a hip-hop kid, so I'm just trying to make really interesting hip-hop music with great melodies and great lyrics. The one lesson that I learned is everybody always tells you, don't try, just make great music and great music will find its way. And I never really understood that. I always thought that was just like some nonsense pipe dream that people would say. But actually, when I really stopped trying and I just started making music for myself, that was music I thought nobody was ever going to hear. That's really when everything started happening. And I think my #1 note is to start, you know, for anybody starting off, is make music that is genuine to you. It's a million people out there, you know, making trap music, making music that sounds like Drake, making music that sounds like this person, sounds like that person. Find what your voice is. And it may take a little bit longer because people have to discover it, but when they do discover it, you're going to stand out. And rather than being the next Drake or the next Kanye or next this, you're going to be the next whoever you are. You know what I mean? And I think that's really the first step.
Is there a new single that's coming out that's going to represent this?
Yeah, Entertain Us. Looks like it'll be the first thing that'll be up on Spotify in the next couple weeks. So look out for Entertain Us, Benny Cassette on Spotify.
Video to follow?
Video following. And then I did a interesting cover of Bombs Over Baghdad featuring Pell. And we dropped the song and video for that a couple months ago. So those are floating around online right now just to keep everybody, you know, ready for this whole project that's getting ready to come out. This is Benny Cassette, and you've just been buzzed.